COVID-19 prevention measures reappear in China. Take a look. This just coming out yesterday in the past 24 hours. And this is an X from China that came out from one of the cities. It was a notice. This came out on December 3rd of 2023 to stockpile food for 10 days and for agencies and enterprises to stockpile food for 15 days. This has since been removed from the Chinese X social media platform after it was posted. And this is causing a lot of alarm as this is very reminiscent of what we saw during the pandemic. Take a look. China urges families to keep stocks of daily necessities ahead of the winter as they entered into winter lockdowns. They said to stockpile food because you will no longer have access to grocery stores as you are locked in your homes. And they're saying that they are potentially preparing Chinese cities for this yet again. This comes as in the past 24 hours as well. We saw this article released. GOP senators call for a travel ban from China to stop mystery illness from going out even further. But the letter actually came out from Congress on December 1st. And I'm going to be sharing with you what it was that they had to say and let me know your thoughts. You're going to see they outright say that China has lied and we cannot trust them right now with what's going on. Let me know your thoughts. And this is an article coming out from earlier this year. China data underrepresents the true impacts of the COVID outbreak that took place. This coming out from the WHO, the World Health Organization, saying that China was not forthcoming with the data and the information they originally knew. They tried to suppress and hide the information, and then it broke out into a global pandemic, which we could have taken more prevention measures had we actually known what was taking place. And a lot of people are concerned that we are experiencing this yet again. As take a look at the articles coming out today, outbreaks of pneumonia are now affecting children in multiple countries. We had heard that this was confined to China as they were lifting those restrictions, but now we're hearing no, this is actually taking place all over the world. And here is an article released by The Sun with a map that's showing all the countries that have been hit by this particular pneumonia outbreak and also those countries on high alert. You can see the United States, Netherlands, UK, Denmark, Sweden, China, Vietnam, Taiwan, Nepal, Switzerland, India, Thailand, Singapore, Indonesia, and more have been added to the list. Since this came out, we saw that France as well now has this. And this is as of December 1st of 2023. We've heard that now here in the United States, Ohio and Massachusetts are the first two states that are experiencing a rise in the white lung syndrome, they're calling it, in cases in children. But now we're receiving more information. This is not confined to children. The elderly and adults are catching it as well. And we're seeing those losing life. And it is now being confirmed that it is as a result of this particular disease. This is the same pneumonia strain that is causing an outbreak right now in China. The symptoms of the white lung syndrome are similar to other respiratory infections caused by influenza and atypical pneumonia. Symptoms include flu-like symptoms, cough, wheezing, breathlessness, development of pneumonia. Although the pneumonia tends to be mild in adolescents and adults, it can be problematic in infants and children. And as of August, 142 cases of mycoplasma pneumonia infections are seen in children that have been reported in Warren County in Ohio. This meets the state's definition of an outbreak. This is also taking place in Massachusetts as well. And take a look at this. As I mentioned, coming out in just the past 24 hours, COVID-19 prevention measures reappear in China, and you can see the testing taking place with the precautionary gloves, the outfits, and the masks. These are the nucleic acid tests, and these are the exact same tests that were done several years ago during the pandemic. Travelers departing from the Shanghai airport now have to provide nucleic acid test reports to receive on-site testing on arrival at multiple domestic cities. And this is actually taking place right now as well. Take a look at this. This was released December 1st of 2023, so just 4 days ago. And this article, as I mentioned, was released yesterday. And this X tweet from China was also removed from the social media platform. However, it was managed to be captured before deletion as well. Nucleic acid test in the airport in Shanghai is in effect yet again. Tests after deplaning, and they said that it was a random test that was being done. However, all flight passengers on that flight were tested. And again, this was deleted off of the social media platform. Now, this comes, as I shared with you, all of the stuff that is unfolding right now, and Congress is saying we need to stop flights into the United States from China. But I'm going to be reading for you that letter that came from Congress. And like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. So let's take a look at this article. But before we do me a quick favor, smash the like button if you appreciate the updates, keeping you up to speed on everything going on. So that way you are alerted. You can prepare now. And if you want to stay up to date, it's totally free. Why not hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. I'll keep you up to speed on everything. If you want to support the channel, you can do so. Hit the join button. Thank you for your support. All of these news articles will pop up in your feed, so you can click the links and go right to them. But if not, no worries. I cite all my sources anyways, so that way you know it's the latest. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this call by U.S. senators to stop travel from China. Let's dive right in. Now, as I mentioned, this article came out on the 4th, but this letter was actually released on the 1st to President Joe Biden. This is linked in the description below. And it says, "Dear Mr. President, in light of the unknown respiratory illness that is throughout the People's Republic of China, or the PRC, we call on you to immediately restrict travel between the United States and the PRC. As you know, the Chinese Communist Party, or the CCP, has a long history of lying about public health crises. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the CCP's obfuscation of the truth and the lack of transparency robbed the United States of vital knowledge about the disease and its origin." Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are we seeing that again right now? On January 31st of 2020, President Trump issued an order to restrict travel from the PRC into the United States to protect the American people and counter the spread of the COVID-19. Many officials and commentators, including you, criticized his decision as being influenced by xenophobia, but history and common sense show this decision was the right one. At this moment, the world faces another unknown pathogen emanating from the PRC that could to other countries, including the United States. The PRC has reported an increase in this mystery illness, which it claims to be pneumonia caused by known pathogens, since mid-October. This illness reportedly is a special hazard for children and has overrun hospitals in the north of the country. The World Health Organization, or WHO, says it is unclear if the disease is due to an overall increase in respiratory infections or separate events. If history is any indication, we have cause to be concerned. The WHO has requested that the CCP share detailed information about the mystery illness. However, CCP has an incentive to lie, just as they did throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, and any new pathogen could derail its efforts to stimulate its economy. Besides, we should not wait for the WHO to take action, given its track record of slavish deference to the CCP. We must take the necessary steps to protect the health of Americans and our economy. That means that we should immediately restrict travel between the United States and the PRC until we know more about the dangers posed by the new illness. A ban on travel now could save our country from loss of life, lockdowns, mandates, and further outbreaks later. Thank you for your attention to this important matter." So there you have it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And this comes as we just last week heard from the state of New York that they now have the official authority, if this happens, if an outbreak takes place, to lock you down wherever they see fit, not just in their home. They can take you if they'd like, and for any specified duration that they feel necessary. And a lot of people are saying this is too much power and authority for the government to have, and many are concerned that now that New York is doing this, will other states follow as well? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, to get the latest on that, along with the articles and all the information and the video footage, be sure to check out this video right here next as I cover it in detail for you. But with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. As more information comes out, I'll be sure to share so that way you know exactly what's taking place, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.